Hi, I'm Jen and I'm the president of Shogi Malaysia. I've been playing Shogi since 2017, so that's almost like 7 years ago, and I really like to play Shogi. Shogi is a strategy board game. The goal is to capture the enemy's king using your pieces. So you have your own pieces and then you're battling against your enemy and you're trying to capture the enemy king. So the main difference of Shogi with other chess is they have more pieces, and then most of the pieces can promote into another piece. When you capture enemy piece, the piece becomes yours and then you can use it back on the board. I first heard about Shogi in the anime called Naruto. So Naruto has a character called Shikamaru where he just excels in Shogi. He's the best player in their village. He can beat everyone in Shogi. And this shows in his strategy as well. When he defeats all his enemies, he also uses their monsters against them. I think that's very cool. Personally, I really love strategy games. I've been playing chess, xiangqi since primary school with my dad. So naturally, I like to play things that can tickle my strategic brain. So Shogi is one of them. I learned how to play Shogi through the internet. So when I found out about Shogi, I searched everything about Shogi online, Wikipedia, YouTube. So through YouTube, I found a channel called Hidechi. Hidechi is a Japanese man who makes English videos about Shogi, talking about Shogi. He has a playlist about beginner videos, and then he also has a playlist about different openings. So I basically watched almost every video talking about Shogi. So let's learn how to play Shogi. Let's start with the names of the equipment. So this is the Shogi board. We call it Shogi Ban. This is the floor board. There's also the table board, which is thinner in size. The floor board is usually used in official match. And then we have the komadai, the piece stand, which is used to put the pieces that you have captured on it. And then this is the piece box, koma box. So inside we have the piece bag. Then inside we have the Shogi pieces. So usually the more experienced player will open the bag, open the box and open the bag, and then they will start to arrange the pieces. So as you can see, Shogi board is a 9x9 board. You have 20 pieces on each side. There's 40 pieces in total. You have 9 pawns, 2 lancers, 2 knights, 2 silver generals, 2 gold generals, 1 bishop, 1 rook. Let's start with the movement of the pieces. The name of the pieces, one by one. This is called Fuhyo, or the pawn, which means foot soldier. And then the promoted side, we call it tokin. So pawns move 1 square forward. They also capture 1 square forward. So each piece captures based on how they move. Next is the lance, kyosha, or incense chariot. And then the promoted side, narikyo. Lance moves only forwards in a straight line. Keima, knight. Promoted side is narike. Knight moves in an L shape to these 2 squares. So if these 2 squares are empty, they can jump here. Silver general, ginsho. Promoted side, narigin. And then gold general, kinsho, doesn't promote to anything because it's the highest piece. So silver and gold are like brothers. Silver can move 3 squares forward and 2 squares diagonally backwards. Gold is 3 squares forward, 2 squares sideways, 1 square backwards. And then this is the rook, Hisha. Promoted side is Ryo. The rook moves horizontal and vertical. This is the bishop. Full name is Kakugyo. Promoted side is Ryuma, dragon horse. Bishop moves in the diagonal like chess bishop. And then lastly we have the two king pieces, Osho, king general, and Yokusho, jewel general. Then lastly the king moves one square in every direction. So how do pieces promote? Is when your pieces move to the enemy camp. So when your piece enters and captures this piece can promote. So after you have arranged your pieces, you take a bow to your opponent and you say "Onegai shimasu." Onegai shimasu. Before we start the game, usually you will let the senior player do the furigoma. Furigoma is a way to decide who goes first and who goes second. So you take 5 pawns, and then you shake them, and then you throw them on the board. If there are more right side up pieces, means the thrower will go first. But since there are more promoted sides, Julian will go. You will go first. And then the pieces are pentagonal in size. They have a slight curve to it because when you are sitting down in Seiza, you can easily see what are your opponent's pieces. If it's flat, it's harder to see. And then how you hold it is you take your middle finger, place it on a piece, thumb on the back, and then you pick up your piece. Then you put your index finger to the back of the piece, and then you place it on the board. When you want to capture a piece, let's say I want to capture this piece, I will take the piece from the board, place it on the piece stand, and then I will pick up my piece and then place it to where I want to go. So we know how to start a shogi game, how to play a shogi game, but how do we end the shogi game? Usually the loser will admit defeat. They will place their hand on the piece stand and then bow to their opponent and say "Makemashita." Arigatou gozaimasu. My goal for Shogi Malaysia is to actually gather all people that love shogi in Malaysia together. What I did with the club is I organize weekly meetups on Sundays. So we will meet up in a cafe and then we will play shogi games among each other and then get to know each other. I really hope that shogi can be as popular as xiangqi, chess and Go in Malaysia. And then I hope to organize shogi tournaments in the future so that more and more people can know about shogi. Of course, the highest hope is that we can produce our own foreign shogi professional.